going to fillet the trout and smoke it with a celeriac remoulade.
Yes, Monica. Morning guys and gals. So today I am starting my MasterChef challenge. So during the week I was watching MasterChef, and one of the challenges from Monica was to do a smoked trout with celeriac or remoulade. So I'm going to take that on. They get 20 minutes to do it, the chefs get 20 minutes to do it. Different for me, I need to, yeah, you guessed it, I need to catch the trout first. Plus, I'm not using a rod and reel, I'm using this little bushcraft hand reel. So we'll see how we go on with that. I don't know if you can see that there, but the pond is covered with ice. So I've just thrown some bricks in, or stones in, just to break it up. And I'm just about to cast a line in. Yeah, let's see how we go. It could fail before it even starts, but got to give it a go, haven't you? Let's see how we got on. Yeah, so the fishery I'm at today is High Cloghern, and it's just outside East Kilbride, just outside of a village called Aldhouse. The fly fishing pond looks spot on, really nice, and there's no ice on that this morning at all. But this is the bait pond, which I have heard some kind of mixed reviews about, but the challenge is I want to use the bushcraft line. I can't use that in the fly pond. Yeah, so fly fishing, spot on. Bait pond, it doesn't look as good, but if I catch a fish, then it'll be the best pond in the world. So the first cast, I don't know if you can just see the hand reel there. I've got my little Mora kind of filleting knife just pushed in the ground with the hand line just wedged onto that there, or tied onto that. So if a fish takes it, it won't take it because it's very light. It won't take the hand reel. You can just see the line possibly out there. You can see the ice. Yeah, let's see how we get on. I am using power bait. I don't know, I've never really used it before, so I'm not sure how successful I can be with it. As I say, I just came up with this challenge just last night, so yeah, we'll see how we got on. Hopefully fingers crossed, one of the trout in there might be daft enough to take my rig, which I have two hooks in, two different colours of, let's show you, two different colours of bait, one kind of pinky with glittery stuff on it. It's quite strange, but they smell very fishy, I've got to say. So yeah, we'll see how we got on with that. Hopefully within maybe half hour or so, might get a wee nibble, but it is very cold, so I'm fishing from the bottom because the fish will be lying low. But yeah, it's tough conditions, but it's been frozen over, but we'll give it a go.
Not bad.
Right, so challenge complete. We've caught the trout on the little hobo line, or the bushcraft reel. So thanks to the guys here at Cloghern Fishery. As you can see, it's an absolute stunning specimen of a rainbow trout. So we'll get this into the forest tomorrow, we'll get it smoked up and we'll get it served with the remoulade. Good afternoon lads and lassies, JQ Outdoors here, back in the woods again. for part 2 of my MasterChef challenge, which was, just a quick reminder, Monica set the chefs a skills test, which was smoked trout with celeriac remoulade. I'm not going to have an open fire. I'm going to use this little stove that I've bought, just because I don't want to exhaust I'm back to the same wee spot again, just purely because there's not that many places to go just now with lockdown. I know this area, it's nice, it's kind of secluded, I can film my way without any hassle, but yeah, so I'm just going to use this little stove here. I'm not going to get into the details of what it is and everything else. I'm not that bothered about doing reviews on gear, so I'm going to set this up, get a wee fire going, and then I'll get the prep out, show you the fish, and we'll get started. So very quickly before the rain comes on again, I'm just going to take you through the ingredients that I have. The main ingredient is this beautiful rainbow trout that I caught yesterday on my hand line. So we've still got everything into the scales are on, guts are still intact. I've got the celeriac, I've got a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper, I've got some cornichons, I've got a mixture of grain mustard, zero mustard, and a little bit of horseradish just to give my remoulade a little bit of heat. I've got these amazing eggs, which came from my cousin's house. She has hens, so she very kindly gave me 6 eggs. I've got 4 with me today. The celeriac, lemon. In here I've just got some dill, some chives, some watercress to finish the dish off. Some pine needles that I'm going to smoke the fish on top of, and a little bit of oil to make the remoulade with. Alright, so I'm going to just start prepping everything and I'll take you through it as I go. Okay, so I'm just going to start by removing the scales from the fish. Kind of easier. I've got a little some water I've taken from the river, just to clean my knife, get rid of the scales off it. Just start from the bottom, work your way up. The last thing you want is the scales. And we'll remove the skin before we serve it anyway, but we want to get rid of the scales, and trout has a lot of very fine scales. Now what I've got to do is just remove both sides, take the knife from the opening here where the trout dispose of its waste, and then just take your hands in and we'll just pull that out. Just going to fork the fish, just feel for the backbone, stick the knife in, and then just very gently just the tip of the knife off a lot. Just nice confident strokes, really sharp knife helps. Just go all right down that spine. Just hug that bone, take the fillet off. Just cut just underneath where the gill is. Allow you to run your knife right along that rib cage. Down near the belly. There we have our lovely fillet of trout. Okay, so there we have our lovely trimmed up trout fillet. So now I need to pin bone it. So you run your finger along the centre of the fish, at the highest point. You'll feel the bones, and they need to come out. They're really fine. You don't want people eating it and it getting stuck in your throat. So yeah, they all need to come out. So I have my tweezers here. You just just have to very carefully. So there we have it, our trout is ready to smoke. Beautiful, absolutely stunning piece of trout. Yeah, so really want to do this justice. Okay, celeriac, nice and easy. I'm just going to sprout enough for what I need. I don't have a fancy machine to cut the celeriac into long strips, so I'm just going to improvise. I'm going to try and improvise and see how I get on. What I'm going to use is a peeler. So just some reasonably nice chopped chives. Just going to chop some dill. Yes, I'm just going to, I know I don't like using tin foil out in the forest, but I don't really have much other choice. I could smoke it straight on the pines if I had an open fire, but I'm not making an open fire today. I'm just using this little stove, so I'm going to use tin foil. On there, nice and tight. And this is just a wee roasting tray. It's not an actual smoker, just a roasting tray that I bought for a couple of pounds at a shop in Glasgow. Yeah, so that's good to go. Just need to get the fire going now. Okay, so as normal, on just a day camp I've brought some kindling with me. I'm not going to start chopping down dead standing and stuff to create a fire for this. Smoking a fish doesn't take long at all. Yeah, so I've just brought some kindling with us, and that's absolutely fine. So our little stove, it's actually working really well, I've got to say. Yeah, nice and easy to feed that through that gap. Yeah, happy with that. So just hope the wind doesn't blow the fish off. Okay, so the trout is smoking absolutely lovely. I'm just going to turn it, and there's going to be another 30 seconds or so, maybe to a minute, just to finish off. So I'll just turn that, and then I'll show you when it's turned, and then I'll stick it back on. It's just, honestly, it's going to be about another 30 seconds. 30 seconds to 40 seconds once I put that back on the heat. I'll just let it smoke that a little bit more, but it's smelling absolutely amazing. Yeah, really happy with this so far. And we're done. Just ready to be plated now. That is just so moist. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. Just see that. Well guys, that was quite epic. from catching the trout to smoking it to doing the prep. Quite a challenging day as well, windy, not overly cold, but it's not ideal conditions, I suppose, for coming out, starting fire and cooking and things, but like, when is their ideal conditions? But I'll tell you what, this is the end result. I know we can make that out, but that is just unbelievably good. And I'm tucking into this. That trout, it's the first time I've smoked with pine needles as well, and I've got to say, just yeah, there's nothing, I mean, that's just flaking absolutely beautifully, that fish. It's a lovely smoky flavour as well, not too strong. It's too strong, it kind of takes away from everything else in the dish, but and the remoulade is just, oh, the eggs. So, pristine. Cheers. Unbelievable. There you go, that is my MasterChef Skills Challenge outdoors. Chef's got 20 minutes, took me 2 days, but worth every minute, worth every single minute. Cheers, guys. Well, that's me done, guys. I had a great time doing this again. It's just great to get outdoors, and it's not really about, I suppose it's not really just about the standard of food that you cook, but just getting out there and doing it. I've got to say that was really tasty. It's got to be close to one of the tastiest things I've done. I'll certainly do it again, that's for sure. But yeah, it's not about the quality of the food really, it's just about getting outdoors, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. At least you've tried. But if you'd like to see more videos like this, please leave a wee comment in the comments box, and subscribe, like, do all those kind of things. One last thing, just a wee shout out to Ben at Be Into Bushcraft. Check his channel out, it's pretty cool. Just posted a video yesterday, lots of good fun. But he took part in the challenge that I set, the 8 ingredient challenge, so food looked great, mate. Yeah, brilliant, can't wait till we do a wee overnighter together. I know you can't do one till kind of after Christmas, but yeah, maybe even meet up for a wee day camp or something. But cheers, Ben.